Audio's back on, boys and girls.
Dave, you see me with a hat, did ya?
What?
You see me with a hat and I thought I'll copy him.
No, I've seen my head. You know what? I got half of my hair cut today, and then I went, oh fuck, I had a dentist appointment, so I had to jump out, leave with half of my hair cut, and I have to go back tomorrow to get the rest done.
We are live, by the way, Dave. I'll do a quick intro. Coming up, let's talk Romans.
I can't see you.
You will in a sec. Right, hello, and welcome to, what are we on, episode 3 of Let's Talk Romans by AFC Welwyn. Now, this is a long-awaited episode, Battle of the Captains, I think we called it, because we've had about 50 so far this season. But I'm joined here in my little studio by Perry, who is our OG captain. Hello, Perry. Thanks for coming in.
All right.
And online, we have got Jack.
He looks like he's about to sing a song.
Hello, Jack. Give us a wave.
How you doing?
And we've got Dave the Roman as well. How you doing, Dave? Is that a beret you've got on? Or your Peaky Blinders?
Yeah. I had a bit of a problem today, so I had to adjust my my head for tonight. I have half a haircut.
Oh, okay. Okay. Right. So, I'll just do a quick intro. This is our live stream. We'll have a bit of a chat with the lads, talk about what it's like being a captain in non-league football, what it's like getting injured, unfortunately, for Perry. Yeah. Dave's got a few questions for them. I've got a few questions. You guys can ask us questions as well if you want. We like it to be a conversation rather than an interview. So anything you want to chat about. And we'll do that for about 20, 30 minutes. And then we'll be looking at the comments from people online. So if you guys online have got any questions, comments to any of us, generally about the club, generally about football, then drop them in the comments and join in the conversation. While I'm talking, I just want to point out that if you haven't subscribed, we are giving away £100, hopefully before Christmas, if we get to 1,000 subscribers. And I think we're on about 827 right now. So if you're not subbed, hit sub, doesn't cost you anything, helps us out massively, and you might get a chance of winning £100. I also want to give a shout out to our members. We have a membership scheme. We've now got a massive 3 members. Woo-hoo! Thank you to our latest member, whose name I can't pronounce, Lulz or something. But yeah.
I think his name was John.
I've got his name's John. Right. So I can see some comments coming in already. Good. Oh, let us know, by the way, in the comments if you can hear us all right, if the visuals are coming through okay. It's always a bit of a concern when we first start. It looks all right to me. But yeah, let us know. Right. Let's kick off. I'm going to come off the screen. I'm going to go to you three. Perry, as you're here, I'll kick things off. You've come all the way over from Islington.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
We're here in Bournemouth. So you started as the OG captain. First 3 games of the season, was it?
3, yeah, that's all I made it to.
3 games, but winning games straight to the top of the league. And then what happened? Tell us what happened.
Bit silly on me, to be fair, but I was playing in a midweek game, not for Welwyn, just with kickabout with my friends. Went through to get the ball, left leg planted, knee went inwards, felt a crack, and then, the rest was history, really.
So
ACL, MCL, full tear ACL, grade 1 MCL.
Bloody hell. Do you know what? Not being a massive football person, I'd never heard of ACL and MCL until I joined this team, but now I hear it all the time. Have you done that before?
No, first time. Only other injuries I really get is hamstrings. But
is it painful when it happened?
yeah, I couldn't move for about 5-10 minutes, and then I could get up, walked, and then gradually, after a few hours, swelling, and I couldn't walk properly.
Oh, man. And you've got to have an op, right?
Yeah, in the new year, I'll be having keyhole surgery.
Oh. Dave, you want
Give us a little smile at least, Perry.
I'll only smile for you, Dave.
You've gone from being the Camden Cruyff to being the Where's Wally of Welwyn. When do you think you're going to come back?
I'll be back in the new year.
Operation in January, is it?
Well, hopefully January, but it might be pushed back now. And then we've got recovery.
Break out into a rap song.
Pardon?
He looks good on the camera, doesn't he, James?
Yeah, I think I've set it up quite nice now. We've got us on the background as well. Look, there's the live stream on. But yeah, Perry definitely looks better than me. I need a haircut. We both had COVID as well this last week, haven't we? Nothing to do with seeing each other. But yeah, how did that affect you?
Oh, it knocked it out of me really. After about 3-4 days.
Yeah.
Couldn't move, laying in bed, felt sick, temperature, but it's that time of the year. I think a lot of people are getting it.
Yeah, I was exactly the same. But I'm a lot older than you, so I thought you'd be up after a couple of days. But yeah, what about Jack? Let's have an introduction from Jack, because a lot of people might know you. What's your name? What's your footballing history before AFC Welwyn?
Well, how far do you want to go back?
Not too far, mate. Last season before.
I was at Stotfold for the last 3 seasons before joining. So, club captain, 2 back-to-back promotions. One was winning the league, and the other one was for a playoff, which was last year. So yeah, pretty good time at Stotfold. Enjoyed it there. So
yeah, give us a smile
What
as well.
step was that?
What step was that, Dave?
What
Did you
step were
say?
you playing at? Yeah.
first year was step 6, and then last step 5. So they're in step 4 now.
You notice the difference there? Step 7. What's the main difference?
Step 7, step 6 is quite similar. Step 5, there's a few more teams that have had a few lads drop down. But other than that, I think it's depends who turns up on the day, really. That's the impression I got from a lot of teams. If you was one of the teams like Welwyn are now that are spoken about and sort of like the top of the tree, it's everyone's cup final at the end of the day. So they all want to beat who's the best. So teams that necessarily weak don't perform, they tend to up their game for the games that they want to turn up.
Because with the social media there. No, it's like the teams we've struggled against are the ones probably lower down the division, James, isn't it? Even
That's
Caddington
true.
beat us.
Yeah, Caddington beat us. Tottenham got a draw with us, didn't they, away? We had a bad day at the office that day, though, to be fair. But yeah, so Jack, at Stotfold, you were a target. Was that because top of the table, or did they have a big social media presence as well? Or was it just where you were in the table?
The table, and I think it's like anything. Whoever's top of the league, you want to beat. And there's always, I think, pretty much wherever I've gone, there's always myths that because you attract certain players, there's always the amount of money that gets thrown around, things like that, which it is quite funny when you're on the receiving end of it. But yeah, no, I think it's because you're doing well, they obviously want to take you away from that top spot. And it's like I say, at the end of the season, they can turn around and say that they took points off you, or it's their little mini victory at the end of the day.
Yeah. Perry, you played higher up steps as well, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, last year I was at North Greenford at step 5. But when I was younger, I was at Maidenhead, but coming through the 18s after leaving academy football. But then other than that, I didn't really play Saturday football for a while. Then I went to Codicott, started enjoying football again, and then that was it, really.
So we poached you from Codicott.
Pardon?
Did we get you from Codicott?
No, Greenford.
Oh, Greenford.
I was at Greenford, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
He said he played for Codicott, not Codicott.
Codicott. Sorry. I didn't know if that was me just pronouncing a team different.
Where'd you get the nickname from, pal?
When I was at Edgware, before Greenford, I was at Edgware. And then I was playing on the wing, then they started moving me to centre mid. And then I started scoring loads of goals, really. I didn't score for about 10 games in a row. And then I went into centre mid and just started scoring one game after each other. And then one of the guys that was doing the media down there just called me the Camden Cruyff. But it's funny enough that on Twitter, my mate's dad put it up. and I think he just took it off him. And after that, they kept putting it up.
And you were happy with that?
Now you're aware as well.
I wouldn't mind it, yeah.
So for us, the first 3 games you were out on the wing, weren't you?
Right wing, yeah.
Is that your preferred
Yeah.
position?
Yeah, so I can cut in on the left.
Nice.
I don't like playing too much on the left because you end up going down blind alleys or you just got to get crosses in very rare. I can't really shoot with my right. So the odd chance I will, but I can't go left and right. So I like to play on the right, cutting on the left.
And did you get 1 goal, 2 goals? I can't remember now.
1 goal was in about 4 assists, I think, 5 assists.
Yeah.
That controversial free kick.
Yeah, which I made a little video of. I was going to clip that and put it on here tonight, but I didn't get around to it, unfortunately. But yeah, no, that was good. I noticed Carly's actually online saying hello, and Carly and I had a massive debate in the media WhatsApp group about whether that was a goal or not.
I know.
She had it
She
on her
told
phone.
the ref.
I know she did. That was funny. Carly said, by the way, at least Jack doesn't look bored. Come on, Dave, we've got to cheer these boys up. They're nervous, aren't they?
I was going to ask Bradshaw there. So, were you watching all this before you came over to us? So, what was the reason you came?
Who, for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sort of took an interest when it first come up, sort of just seeing how things were done, and then I didn't really see from any other sort of things. I've got some media teams out, but obviously for what you guys are doing, it's quite impressive. So, and then T spoke to us about coming to the game. So I come and played and enjoyed it. So I'll sign and get back playing football again.
Because there was a family connection there as well. Everyone seems to have a connection to either T or Lisa. What's your connection?
Lisa's my cousin.
Your cousin. Any good stories about Lisa? I heard some fella from East End, she knows well.
Nah. No stories.
And you're enjoying this so far? Like, what have you found? Like, the lads you're playing with, have you known any of them from previously?
I played with Archie last year at Stotfold. And Leon was over there for a bit.
He's decent, isn't he, Leon?
Yeah, he's a good lad. Yeah, he is a good lad. But no, other than that, not really no one. But as soon as I come over, I'd say it's been enjoyable. The boys are all good lads. And it was surprising to see, like, the first games, how well they want to get the ball down and play, which was quite refreshing to see, to be fair. So it's quite enjoyable to actually try and fit in and play the style of football that the boys want to play.
I think it's been drilled into us by Big Rich, hasn't it? How are you finding Rich? Have you worked with him before?
I was over at Welwyn a few years back, and he was sort of involved then, so I kind of knew him then, but I don't know him really well, but I know I know of him.
Is he a bit of a headbanger, or do you think it's true?
Dave, you ask everyone that.
No, he does. Like, sometimes I think he's crazy, but then other times I think he's a big teddy bear. Like, it's hard to know what he's like, isn't it?
He's a big teddy bear, I think. What about you, Perry? Have you worked with him before?
No, never. I know Toads, obviously, when I was at Coda Cotton Things, but never worked with Rich.
It's
What do you think of him?
Rich had a plan and he knew what he wanted at the start of the season. So speaking with him, because I spoke with him quite a lot before I even come down to the trials, and I spoke with Toads about the plan and everything, and it was a no-brainer, really. So you knew what you want to get, you know what you're going to get out of the boys. A lot of them are young down there, so they only want to, ideally, they want to push up the steps as well. So when it's like that and you've got a young team that's hungry, it's only going to go one way, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Did you captain before? I can't remember if you said.
Another club?
Yeah.
No, probably 1 or 2 games, but other than that, no, not really.
So, was there a conversation about you starting with the armband? How did that go?
No, not really, because I think they already had a captain set in stone at the start of the season. Ishii was skipper.
Yeah.
And then I just think it was commitment-wise or something. I'm not too sure with Ishii, and Rich phoned me up and said, like, I want you to take the armband. and then just carry on what's been going on with the boys, really. And it was coming up to the start of the season, so yeah, kicked off with a flower, really.
How did you find those first 3 games?
The first
Being
2
captain.
games, we cruised through it a bit, and then we hit of a bit of a, I think because we hadn't hit it yet against New Bradwell, when we was, first 2 games we was taking the lead, and we was going 4-5, 5-1 up, 6-0. It was a bit, you took your foot off the gas a bit, but then when we're going goals ahead and getting it back, and then it's just new surrounding for a lot of the boys if they've not been in it and they're expecting to win every game. So when it come out to the second half, it was 2-2. I just got the boys in a hug.
Hang on. Let's back up. What happened at half time? Teams
That's
watching. We've talked about this a lot.
That's in the past now, I think, with everything. Boys are pushed on, so that's been dealt with.
What I was going to say, though, the dressing room was obviously a bit uncomfortable at that New Bradwell game at half time, let's say. And I was actually mightily impressed with the way you conducted yourself, because there was a few lads that were losing their heads a bit. And I thought you rallied the troops, you got them back out on the pitch, you got everyone together, and you all acquitted yourselves really well in that second half, and we got the result, right? So
because I just left what happened in the change rooms. I was waiting for the boys to get out, back out in a different scene, back on the pitch. Can't change what's happened. Only thing we could have changed was the second half. Yeah. And instead of us losing our heads, we went at them, stayed strong and put a performance together and nicked the 3 points. And there was a tough team. Out of the first 3 games, they was probably the most settled team in the league that we knew was going to cause a few problems. So
yeah, to be fair, they're still in there, aren't they, Dave? With a shout, and they've got games in hand over us, so it could still go to the wire with them.
Who are you saying? Looking at the table here, who are you saying?
New Bradwell.
Oh, Neil Bradwell, listen, we're on 43 points. Codicare in second at 35, but they have 3 games in hand, and we're playing them on the 30th of December. So that game's going to be massive. But then there's other teams around there, Pittsdown, Milton Keynes College. So now, New Bradwell have only played 12 games. They've got 6 games in hand, so they could be up there.
That's a lot of games they've got to win, though, isn't it, to catch us?
I'd rather have the points than the games.
Have that points, yeah. What about you, Jack? When you came in, you came straight into the team as captain, didn't you, when you came over?
Yeah, I weren't really expecting that, mate, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so you brought your own armband.
Yeah. To be fair, T said they obviously a bit of experience, so for me, I felt privileged to take it, but at the end of the day, someone new coming in, I don't know, I didn't know how the boys would take it. But it's one of them, you get asked to do something, you do it, didn't you? So
I remember that game was Milton Keynes College.
I was in the change rooms for that one as well, and Rich proper put it on the spot. Then he was like, "Jack's captain. He's won the title. He won the league with Stotfold. He's great." I was like, "Did that put you under any extra pressure?"
Yeah, a little bit, because obviously, like I said, I hadn't trained with the boys. So that was the first time meeting a lot of them. So I think first impression, to make sure that what he said, that I can kind of back up and deliver what I've done before.
Nice.
So Josh is the captain now. So what's going to happen when Penny comes back? Jack's still there. Who's going to be captain going forward?
And there's Ishi as well.
We'll have to have a rock, paper, scissors, I think.
We've also had Casey as well, was captain too, wasn't he?
I was going to say, Kendall's had a go, hasn't he? We've had Kendall, Tahid, Casey,
Josh,
Perry,
Jack.
Josh, Jack.
I think that might be it.
We've had about 7 or 8, definitely. But, you know, the results have gone pretty well for all of those captains.
Exactly.
So what are we going to do, Dave?
Now, what makes a good captain, lads?
Yeah, that's the question.
I think Jack can take this one. He's been skipper before.
I just think it's your leadership skills. For me, like the way I try to deliver it is you're setting the example. You try to get the lads to follow sort of how you perceive yourself as a player. You try and get the best out of the players that you're playing with. In times, the manager things on the sideline, but while you're playing, you can also see different things. You can see how games are going. So having it in you to be able to control games by directing the players or just giving motivational confidence or just little things like that, just so your voice is present and the boys know that you like. Obviously, they've got someone there that they can rely on as well.
What about you, Perry?
I look at it as if the managers gave you this captaincy for a reason. So I look at you as if you're the manager on the pitch. Even though they're on the sideline, given what they want to embed in you, you're the manager on the pitch, and the boys, they trust the process outside of the pitch and what you've been working on. All you got to do is just relay it onto the pitch, and you've got to have a good rally of boys. And it's not just about sticking to the game plan; it's also sticking up for your players when things kick off. Be the first one there, be the first one to drag them away. So it's a group thing, really. As they say, I know it's a bit like cliche, but they do say you've got the armband on the pitch, but everyone's a captain. Do you get what I mean? So everyone has their part to play. So it's just having a good bunch of lads and having a plan sorted and always wanting to go forward and never dropping your head when things... Because you're not going to win every football game. And everyone knows that. You're going to concede goals. You're going to lose to teams that you don't expect to lose to. But it's just sticking to what you do when you're winning. You keep the same when you're losing.
Yeah. That point you just made about everyone on the pitch being a leader, I think you'd agree, Dave, hopefully. We had a spell where I think we lacked those leaders, right? There's the Bovington game we lost. We drew against Tottenham Hoe. There's a couple of other games that were very, very tight. And we were missing Tahid because he was either on holiday or suspension. I can't remember. We were missing Josh. We were obviously missing Perry. Oh. Jack hadn't joined the team. Ishi had gone on sabbatical. And we really, really lacked noise on the pitch. Would you agree, though?
Oh, totally. Yeah, look, the way I see it is, like, I think in football itself, it's different than when I used to play at that, because I think now players are different. A lot of players need an arm around their shoulder, or they're not as vocal. You know, even in Premier League games and that, you know, it's very rare you see the players shouting and screaming and having out with other players and that. So I think now being a captain is a very important role, you know, geeing up the players and that and having a voice for the team, you know. What do you think?
Yeah, it's true. Plus, when we started the game, or the start of the season, we had a young boys, and I think a lot of them haven't experienced men's football. Probably played higher level academy, but men's football is a bit different, a bit more physical, and you ain't going to be able to always play the pretty football that you're probably used to. But it's just getting the boys used to it, I think.
Yeah, you're going to say something as well, Jack.
Yeah, no, I was saying from when I started playing men's football to now, it's changed massively. It's a completely different ball game. Like, you used to play against real men, but then, like Perry said, now you got lads that are coming from academies and they're still trying to follow that philosophy of trying to play football. And it's knowing when the right times to play football, and especially when you come down the leagues. Pitches, you ain't playing on academy pitches. You're playing on pitches that are the same as park pitches. So you've got to start, during games, you've got to start learning, right, the time to play. And if you're under the cosh, you have to put it in behind, and you've got to try and work a team. So there's always having a A or a plan B when you're playing football.
Yeah, that's a really good point, especially on the pitches. I didn't think of that. Academy players obviously play on really good pitches all the time.
Yeah.
So,
I think now I think we've had our 50th new signing today.
Yeah.
Am I right in saying that? So to be a captain and all these new players coming in and going out and that, I think week in, week out, you're just readjusting. And from what I've heard, this is quite normal for a new club, isn't it?
Yeah, we were talking about that before we came on air, weren't we, Perry? I asked Perry that exact question, is it quite normal? I don't know if Jack was on when you said that. What do you think, Jack? Is our turnover fairly normal?
Yeah, you kind of you might think they're playing suitable for you at the time, and then as a few games go on, you realise that it's not quite what you're looking for. So the easiest way to do it is to go and get more players. And the only disadvantage of that, it can disrupt the team morale. the consistency in performances. But obviously, I wasn't there at the start, so I don't know what the dressing room was like then, or how the players were playing. But from the 4 or 5 games I've played, from when I first started to now, you can see that there's a lot more togetherness in the changing room within the club.
Yeah, definitely. I think, like Perry said, there was a lot of young players. There was a few egos around the team, and it just took a few games it took a defeat and a draw for people to kind of. That Tottenham game, I really think, was a moment when the team really bonded together, because that was a battle. We called it the Battle of Tottenham in one of our videos, because it really was, and you could see the players really came together after that game. And then you guys, well, sorry, not you guys, but Jack, you joined, and it's been great ever since, really.
We've got them on Saturday, Tottenham.
Yeah, we have. That'll be another big battle. On that note, actually, like players leaving, I know we've had a few leave recently because they're not getting 90 minutes. When you're a club trying to win a league, it's a squad game, right? Can you expect to have 90 minutes, every player in the team get 90 minutes all the time? You need a squad, right? You need to be available for those issues that come up.
Yeah, you need to you adjust to how the game is, and if there's lazy legs out there or people stop doing what they was doing at those first few minutes, you need some fresh legs. You're not always going to get 90 minutes. It's one of them things where you just get on with it. But while you're on the pitch, you do as much as you can. And as they say, managers say, you work your socks off for the 60 minutes, and you do come off and you're blowing. Someone else goes on. It's taking someone else's place to go and do what they have to do, because people are sitting on the bench for probably longer than what you're coming off for.
Yeah.
So you're starting the game for a reason. Doesn't mean you're coming off because you're shit or this or that. It's just, as you say, it's a team thing. It's not about 11 players on the pitch. You've got 16 players all in the squad. There's some kids that's left at home and not even picked.
Yeah.
So it's a team effort.
What do you think on that, Jack?
It's the old cliche saying you're trying to play for a shirt. At the end of the day, you get that chance if you start or if you come on. You've got to make sure that you impress. You've got to do what you can to make the manager decide, right, next game he's playing, and he's not sitting on a bench. So I think sometimes it comes down to your own personal attitude.
Yeah, totally. I just say it's a shame. There's been some quality players that have gone because they've been subbed or they're not getting on. And okay, they might drop down to a lower league maybe, or go to a team that's lower in our league where they will get 90 minutes, compared to, would I rather be at a team that's trying to go up a step, win a league? I don't know. I guess from our point in media, Dave, we see it differently to being someone that drives all the way to an away match, I guess, and doesn't get in the starting squad. I suppose it's a different opinion.
I was talking to T earlier, Jack. He said to ask you about, he said you come from a good footballing stock. That's where your cousins. T was telling me.
Oh, what cousins?
He said to ask about your cousins. Who's the best footballer out of all your cousins?
Here we go. I know. I used to play with my cousin Luke. We pretty much grew up together, playing together. But no, he was very good. 2 different players. That's what we always say about each other. 2 different players. He was more attacking minded. I was more defensive. So both had their own attributes. I'll just say that. I'll leave it there.
He's not going to turn up. He's not turning up. He's not going to be number 51, is he?
I don't know. I spoke to him now. No, he don't play no more. But he was a good player.
So he said you had a big match on the last weekend. Do you want to tell us about that?
Well, the weekend just gone. Yeah.
The spill.
It was right. We got done over. But
T giving the dogs abuse. T was playing for somebody else, was he?
Yeah, he was playing for someone else. There was a little ringer. They brought him in for one game.
Your boy is a ringer.
He's a ringer, mate, I tell you. It was just, we ain't played for a few weeks, so it was nice to get out and have a bit of a run around and to play alongside him, or against him, I should say. It was quite funny.
Dave, do you want to have a look at some comments? We've got a few comments coming in. So we've got
Oh yeah, go on, yeah.
Antique. Thank you, Anne. She said, "What's the highest step or level you think you could both play at?" Perry, should go to you first.
Well, as a footballer, if you're playing, you want to go to the highest you can possible. Nowadays, I'm not too sure. Other commitments, work ones. It's a bit harder now. When you was younger, you wanted to play as high as you can, but now you've got other commitments and you can't just leave work. It's a bit more difficult, so it's probably best to play where suited, really. But when I was about 16, I'd love to say the Prem.
What about you, Jack?
But
Is 4 the highest you've gone so far?
The highest I've been at, I was at step 1 with Stevenage when I was younger.
Ah, nice. We didn't go that far back, did we? When you did your intro. Sorry.
yeah, what
And then I was went to step 2, went to Maidenhead. I think I've actually played every step at the moment from 1 to 7. So it's yeah, I've had a good innings, as they say.
How old are you?
Sorry,
How old are you?
I'm 34.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about 26.
Huh?
Oh, you're
I'm
flat.
talking about 26.
Nah, 34. But no, I've just enjoyed doing what I'm doing. Like Perry said, for me, work commitments is the higher I go, it's very demanding for me as I work nights. So I can't commit to a lot of midweek games or in some cases training. So it's a bit unfair on obviously my family and my teammates if I'm constantly missing training, missing games. But yeah, I'm happy where I am now. I did retire at the end of last year, but obviously I've missed the game a bit too much probably, so I've come back.
Yeah, well, who's your team? You Arsenal, are you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, Man United.
The question I just put on the
We'll
screen
get
from
for them.
and also said, "Do you both understand Dave?" That's good timing. I'll put that one up.
Sorry, can I just say to you, James, can you read that name again?
Ah, I've been done, haven't I?
Didn't catch it, did you?
I got done by that name a few weeks ago, didn't I?
I've done a Dave. Antique. One of our oldest fans. Doug said, "Let's hear from you, Jack," but that was right at the beginning, I think, and we've covered that. Lisa said, "That's it, Jack. No more stories, please." We'll come back to that, shall we? If you've have a little think of any stories about Lisa, let us know.
I've got no stories on that one.
The big one we all want to hear.
T said everyone always tries to get the Beppe story out. And Lisa said, "I'm never going to hear the end of that." She's got a pukey face, so I need to know more about this. Doug said, "Nice hat, Dave, by the way. Can we get them to do a duet?" On that note, initiations haven't happened at AFC Welwyn yet, have they? Do you boys want to do yours now?
I'll save it for another day, I think, me and Jack will.
What do you think, Jack?
You definitely got the clobber there, Paddy. So Paddy definitely looks like a young rap artist, doesn't he?
I feel it, mate.
Oh, Carly went on to say that all 4 of us should do the Bohemian Rhapsody. Galileo. Doug said, "A good football player should be able to play on any pitch. It's the same pitch your opponents are playing on." I think that's when we were talking about the academy players playing good pitches, etc.
Having to adjust, yeah.
Yeah, you both agree with that, I guess?
100%.
Yeah,
Lisa said it was funny watching T and Jack against each other. There were some cuddles, some laughing, some pushing, and some shoving. Jack's being very stoic. It's not giving anything away.
no.
Oh, and T said, "Nice that you didn't say fat. We're not allowed to fat shame in this club, T. I've already been sold off for that." I think that's the end of the comments. So, Dave, you got more to discuss? Keep the comments coming in there, guys.
He's enjoying the lads and that. Where do you see, like, we are a few points clear now. Do you see us winning the league? And if so, You know, what can we expect from step 6 for next year, if we should even discuss that?
Do you want to go first, Jack? Do you want me to go?
It's up to you, mate. I don't mind.
As Jack said, there's not a lot of difference between step 7 and step 6, but you will get teams that will end up dropping down possibly from step 5. So it's just keeping the same. It's ideal if you've got the same bunch of lads that you know got the quality and you can move up and you move up together. As you say, a lot of changes going from winning the league and then commitment-wise next year, players might not be able to do it, and you're then building the process and the strategy all into another players. It's just like you want to keep the same group there and go together, and it becomes a bit more of a togetherness. And then you start winning more games and keeping momentum. But it will be harder. Don't get me wrong, it will be harder. But we know that we've got talented kids there, man. And a lot of them are fit young players. And some of them ain't got as big commitments as other players. For example, Jack working nights and things. So as long as they can stay there, stay fit, then I don't see why we can't get another promotion.
Nice, Jack.
Yeah, no, a lot of it, like I said earlier, it comes down to consistency and just the way the lads apply themselves. A lot of the leagues, you probably get 6, 7 teams that are always there or thereabouts. You might get the odd surprise. But I think the pattern I've seen in the last 4 years, you've got teams that have had a bit of a backing. They kind of do things the right way. Like I said, we went promotion with the same team twice. It's key to bring an extra couple of experienced lads in that know the leagues and they fit in. But yeah, no, a lot of it's just, I think it's just the way you apply yourself. If you do things properly, everyone's on the same page. Everyone wants to pull in the right direction. There's no reason why this team can't go up consecutive promotions.
Nice. T's just.
I do have one more question I'd like to ask.
Oh, sorry, Dave. This one just rolls on from what they were both just saying. So T's just said we're playing London Lions, who are a Step 5 team, in the Cup in January. How do you both reckon we'll get on against them, the Step 5 team? And have you come across them before, actually, London Lions?
Played against them a few years ago.
He has, yeah.
They're a good side, but when I went and watched against Foster's Step 5 team, and Welwyn was a lot better team on the day, and they showed it. So there's no reason why confidence playing teams like that, you can't go and beat a Step 5 team. There's not a lot of difference in the players. It's just commitment and hunger with a lot of them. So you going against a Step 5 team, you're not going to go out there and bet Step 7 v Step 5, we've got no chance. You're going to go out there and play man to man. It's 11 v 11 at the end of the day. And if you believe in your talent and you stick to what is registered in your head from the managers and T and everyone, there's no reason why you can't go and win.
Yeah. And they've got a really nice pitch as well, haven't they? It's just up the road, up the road from me here. What about you, Jake? You think that'll be a good game? Good test for us?
Yeah, I think, especially when you're the underdog, I think you kind of look forward to these games. A bit of a scout, and then it kind of will give us an indication of kind of where we are midway through the season, coming up against the Step 5 side. I don't think the way we play, the way we set up, I think they'll be quite surprised. So I don't see any reason why we can't just go there and do what we do and put on a bit of a show and try and get a result.
Nice. Dave, you had a question?
Yeah, so my question was, because on social media, as you probably know, we're getting quite a bit of abuse, a bit of resentment coming through on that. You lads have been around the divisions for the last few years. You probably know a lot of lads. What is the take on AFC Welwyn and what we're doing here from the lads you know? Is it? I'd like to think it's not what it has been on the social media with some comments that we've been getting. Jack?
Well, basically, if people are talking about you, then obviously they're kind of doing something right, whether it's in a negative way or a positive way. people know who you are. People know the club. People know what your ambition is. And I think for a club to have ambition, that's what you need to strive forward. If you see a lot of clubs at the moment that are kind of happy just getting by. They might have a good run and then sort of just peter off and nothing comes of it. But no, it's a hard one because I think someone's covered it before. Everyone wants to be involved in something where you kind of getting your games filmed. There's sort of like a bit of entertainment within the club. Some people might not like that, as in feel comfortable taking part or being a part of it, but I just think it shows strong character of a club. And the people that do have the negative feedback on it, I see it as a bit of jealousy that they don't have that luxury of having their games filmed. They don't have the luxury of interacting with the fans that they may have and things like that. So I see it as a positive, and this is the way forward how non-league is going to go.
Yeah, I'd love it, man. Watching your games back every night, and and after your match and that, I think it's fantastic. What do you think, Perry?
Jack hit it nail on the head, really, to be honest. There's a lot of clubs out there that give AFC Welwyn stick or moan about why you're doing it at step 7. Well, it's a brand new team. You've got to start somewhere and you've got to have ambition. And a lot of clubs that can't do it or can't set up certain cameras and games and gradually get better with podcasts, for example, then it's just jealousy and hate, really. And I'd say if you gave an opportunity like this to other clubs out there, I don't think there'll be a lot of them that'll turn it down.
No, I agree. I just threw up there for fun while you're saying that. Why are we doing it at step 7? Because we're this close to 1,000 subs. So that's a good segue to say, if you haven't subscribed, or you know someone that hasn't, or you're a player that hasn't, get subscribed. You might win £100 before Christmas. And we'll be on 1,000 subs. And it doesn't cost you anything to help the club out. Step 7, we need it. Thank you. Just thought I'd do that pitch. We got more comments, Dave.
More questions. Yeah.
Yeah, so T said, if we do get promoted, do you think this squad will be able to get promotion from step 6 to 5? Or do you think we'll need to recruit, in your opinion, to gain that further promotion? Jack, do you want to go first?
Yeah, no, I think I said it a minute ago. I think it's always good to have a good nucleus around the side, and you kind of not owe it to the lads that got you that promotion, but you kind of they've got you in that position. So you've obviously still got faith in them, but definitely think the higher you go, you definitely need experience in that league, because obviously there's a few lads that haven't played higher than what they're playing now. So where we say there's not a lot of difference in the leagues, there is, because it's like we spoke earlier about the way the game changes as you play in a match. It can change, so you could be in a position, but you've got to learn how to adapt. And having young players that maybe not be as vocal or trying to get the message out, having that experience in the squad is vital. Just to manage a game. See if you're winning 1-0, seeing off a game, sometimes you've got to win ugly. It's not pretty, but at the end of the day, you get 3 points on the board, and that's all you ask for. So it doesn't matter whether you win ugly or you play unbelievable football. 3 points is 3 points.
Yeah. Perry, I guess, is there much to add to that?
Not really, but going on experience, we've turned up to step 5 teams on a wet Saturday, and you look at them and you think, how are these boys still playing? A bit older, but they know what it takes and their experience, and they'll make it hard for you on the day. And it comes down to mentality, really. If you're only limiting yourself as a player to step 7, step 6, and you don't think you can play step 5, then I don't know why you're around the club. You always want to push higher. So if you believe in your own ability, then there's no reason why one team can't move all the way up the steps.
Nice, I like that. Donna asked, will you take much of a break over Xmas? I should have asked you to ask that one, Dave, with a proper accent. Roll in his eyes. Well, Perry's on a long break, unfortunately, aren't you,
I
mate?
have been, yeah.
Jack?
I'll work next week, which is quite nice. So I'll have a few weeks off until the new year to rest the old body up. But yeah, no, I look forward to spending with the kids. And I enjoy my time at Christmas with my family. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Lovely, jubbly. T also asked how many goals you're going to finish on. That's to you, Jack. Or was he from?
Well, I've got it frees a bit. Well, I think I'm on two and 3 now. So if I can, I'll say 7. I'll try and get to 7.
Hey,
Apart from midfield.
not bad at all.
My last question. So, if I had to give one player, just one player a shout out who you've been most impressed with your time with the clubs, it was a Ben.
As in,
From-
what, at
from-
Welwyn or
Welwyn, yeah.
player a shout out?
Carter.
Yeah, I think from them being told that he was playing centre mid, I think he's been solid for us at left back. I think he's been defensively and attackingly. I think he's been brilliant.
Yeah, I agree.
Mengi won't like to hear that. What about you, Perry?
I'd say Casey, I think. Still got it in him, innit?
Oh, boy. Yeah, isn't he?
Scoring goals.
He's like one of them players you were talking about that you need, that knows the game, that
Exactly, yeah.
brings that professionalism with it as well, isn't he?
See how far
Yeah,
the
you
pitch
need
was playing against Newport Pagnell the other week. He came on
That's
defence to
where I
me
go.
and he was playing attack. Doug, by the way, Jack, says he reckons you'll finish on 12 goals, I think.
I'll take double figures.
T asked how you keeping fit, Perry.
I've been doing a bit of physio, but I can't run really too much until I get this operation sorted. So, yeah, at the moment I'm at a standstill. But got to stay positive and we'll be moving on in the new year.
And T's flooding the questions into you boys tonight. Predictions for the Connecticut game on the 30th.
3-0 Welwyn.
That's the big one.
Nice. What do you reckon, Jack?
I'll go with a win. That's what I'll say. A win.
What do you reckon, T? Let us know. You went to watch him, didn't you? Sorry, Dave, go on.
I was just saying, Charlie's not playing in that, is he?
He's gone
Charlie,
to
Tottenham.
That's the Connecticut. Oh, he's at Tottenham. I was like, oh, Jesus, yeah.
Yeah, Vinny
Oh, that's
Vinny
why he won't be
Clark's
playing.
at Connecticut, isn't he? And
Vinny, yeah.
Lewis Kidd as well.
Yeah.
He was with us at the start of the season for a couple of games. T agreed with you, 100% Carter. Is that a little goat symbol? Yeah. He put the goat.
For the draw.
Dougie agreed as well. Carter for sure. Lisa said Carter's been amazing at left back.
Good, man.
Carter fan club.
He has been good.
Go on, Dave, you had something else?
No, just thinking myself who I'd say. I'd have to say Carter myself, to be fair, the last few games. I think I man of the match in 2 of them, didn't he? 2 or 3.
Yeah. I've got another question for Perry. It would be remiss of me not to mention man bags. What are they all about? We've seen lots of pictures of you on social media with your man bags. Explain.
It's a style, I think. I've got my own style and I want to stick with it. It's a common thing now, but obviously I can't wear it around you boys because I get too much stick.
I was going to
What
crack
you got
out.
in it?
I've got a Prada satchel that was classed as a man bag about 20 years ago. You'd have probably... I was going to show it to you, but I was too embarrassed.
I'm surprised Dave didn't ask that one.
No, man, I just don't even think about it. What's what's under that hat?
Pardon?
It's got a little
What you
head.
got going on under that hat, Benny?
I've got a little head, so I have to wear this.
He said if I take the hat off, the headphones will look massive.
Now, I have to say, before you went off injured, Penny, you were really bossing the game. So, it's been a big miss, man. So we're looking
Cheers.
forward to seeing you back soon.
Thank you, mate.
Have you seen that from Lisa?
Thank you, Lisa.
We all follow the man bags. T said he thinks it'll be a 2-0 2-0 win against Connecticut. Keep the clean sheets. Oh, that's true. We're doing well on the clean sheet front, aren't we?
People need to try and get down to that. That's going to be massive, that game.
I'm missing it. I'm gutted.
I'll be down there at that game.
I get back from Italy that night or the day after. I can't remember now.
Here's Wally.
I'll have to give you a camera, Dave, so you film it. Perry, you can take a camera if you want, if you're down there.
Yeah, I'll be there.
All hands on deck.
Is that the questions done, is it?
We're up to speed on the comments. I was going to ask about the new signing, because what's his name, Lewis?
Lewis Croucher.
Lewis Croucher.
Good player.
Let us know what you think about him.
I was with him at Codicott and T was there at the same time, I feel. Pretty sure anyway. But he's a good player. Playing in the middle, work rate, technically good. And he'll be a big asset to Welwyn, definitely. I don't know where he's been playing recently. I knew he was at a few different clubs.
Was it Stotfold?
No, I think he was at Coney Heath. And I don't know where he was just before that.
Heath. That's where he's just come
But yeah, he's a good player. So it'd be a big asset to Welwyn, definitely.
Do you know him, Jack?
I know of him. I know a couple of lads that know him. I don't really know too much about what he's like as a player, but it's always good to have someone that's dropped down. So he's obviously got a bit of experience if he's played at a high level. So it's always good to have.
Puts a bit of competition in your area of the pitch, does it?
Not when you've got the armband.
Yes, I think having competition is vital anyway. I think you've got to have that. You've got to have knowing that someone's behind you. Someone wants your shot. So you have to have that motivation.
It's all right, he'll have Alex's.
Yeah.
100% T.
What do you say? When we win the league, are you boys up for an open top bus around Welwyn Garden City?
We go to every club in the league.
No, yeah.
We should do that anyway and give out leaflets. We say that nearly every week.
That's the plan.
Oh, and Lisa and Doug are giving me grief. Lisa said no holidays allowed, Kilroy, and Doug said not good enough. Cut your holiday short. Sorry.
I think it'll have to be a Doyle ride bus.
A what bus?
Doyle ride.
Doyle ride bus.
Dial right. Oh dear.
Anything from you, lads?
No, nothing really.
No.
No, they've been quite shy, haven't they? But they've been good at answering the
He
questions.
said, T was saying that to ask Jack what he prefers, football or golf.
Oh yeah.
Well, I prefer golf.
Yeah. I love me golf.
I use golf as an escape. That's my little escape. I've played all the time. Football's number one, but I do golf.
Yeah, I love me golf.
Sorry, Jack, I wasn't laughing over you then on purpose, but T put a comment saying he's booked New Bradwell's Community Centre for our end of season do.
Yeah.
And it made me laugh. I hope you're watching New Bradwell. Oh dear. Jack, T also said, are you claiming penalties now Charlie's gone?
Yeah, I'll have penalties.
That's
You've had one already, haven't you?
We haven't mentioned latest news, I suppose. I guess most of the people online are part of the club at the minute anyway. But yeah, Charlie Yearwood has decided to join Tottenham because he wants 90 minutes every week, which is why we were talking about the 90 minutes thing. So yeah, just throw that in there. Bit of a team update. Doug said, yeah, give Jack the pens. Definitely. I think Perry would be fighting for those if you were still there, wouldn't you, Perry?
Took the words out of my mouth, mate. I'll just keep with the free kicks.
Yeah.
I'm on there as well.
So, Tottenham this weekend. What do you think about that one, Jack? Have you seen any footage from the 3-3 battle we had with him?
I watched the clip back. I think it's just going to be a battle. I just think we just need to turn up, stick, like I said, look, stick to our game plan, and just play the game within our squad to get the win. So we'll just see how we play on Saturday.
I've heard on the grapevine I don't know the rules, the terminology around this, but Charlie can't play against us. What are your thoughts on that? I know what I think, but what do you think, Perry, about if a player leaves you, preventing them from playing against you?
Well, if I was fit and I was playing, I'd want them to play. You got a bit more of an incentive and something to prove and show why they should never have left. But I don't know the whole story behind it.
No, I
or
don't,
the
to be fair.
rules, so I can't really touch on it too much.
Yeah, I'd have liked to have seen him play against us.
Charlie's a good player and he's a good lad.
It'd have been a good battle. Jack, do you know anything about that?
Nah, I only found out that he left. It depends on the agreement, so I suppose, between the teams. I think it's down to them what gets said or agreed. But I haven't got a clue whether there's any rules or anything in it really. So, but no, he's a good lad. From what I see of him when he was playing, he did offer us something, but you can understand if someone wants to go and get 90 minutes, they want to go and play, and that's their decision. So, good luck to him.
Yeah, totally good luck.
I know T said he'd have been happy for him to play, didn't he?
Yeah, I think T did. He can let us know in the comments maybe, but may not want to for various reasons. I don't know. Have you got anything else up your sleeve,
I'm
Bev?
glad Charlie's gone. I had a bet with him that he wouldn't score 30, and there was 2 tickets to Old Trafford for him if he did, so I'm delighted he's gone.
He done you a favour then, did he?
But Kendall didn't start off too great, so I said I'll give him 20 goals for tickets to Liverpool. Well, I'm getting a bit worried now. I think he's on 12, is he?
Oh, I was going to ask, yeah. Because he scored against Newport, didn't he?
I'm hoping he
still
gets to
on 12?
19 and that's it.
I haven't
So you
looked
stay
at
on
the-
free kicks and penalties there, Jack, will you?
Yeah, I will.
Often.
I'll have that.
Oh, we lost you there a bit, Jack, I think. I missed what you
That's
said.
right.
I'm just looking up the top scorers in the league, Dave, if you want to fill.
I think Kendall's third top scorer in the league, isn't he?
I don't know yet.
But Creeve's been playing well too lately. What about your midfield there, Jack? Who are you liking playing alongside of?
I like playing alongside Alex. Paul.
Alex is a baller, isn't he?
Yeah, he's just composed. He's a good lad. He's got a little bit of nastiness about him as well, which I like. Yeah, he's just composed. With him sick, he just makes us a bit. He just ticks us a bit, so it's good.
He's come up with a few important assists this season. I think he's got 6 or 7 assists. Looking at the stats there.
Yeah, his technique's decent. He can see a pass, and that's definitely what we need. So
Yeah. You must be missing a party, are you?
Massively, mate. Massively.
Yeah,
What do you
Kendall
think?
is third. He's on 12 still, and the 2 boys above him are on 15, so I reckon he'll have a good go at that, won't he? Still plenty of the season left. T just said on the Charlie thing, he wanted to allow Charlie to play against us, but others suggested it wasn't a good idea. People advised me that we wouldn't want a player to play against us that would strengthen Tottenham. Carly laughed. And T said he took the advice.
Kelly always just laughs.
Yeah, she might be laughing at something else though. I always lose the plot with comments. Doug said, let them have it Saturday, lads. They was very aggressive supporters. I was a lone soul at their end, and they bully all second half. And then it's come up on here, hand pink waving, but on YouTube it's actually a hand waving. You went on your own. You had shirtless Becco with you, Doug.
Becco. It's the blondie fella with the dog that we need to get hold of. The fella that broke your GoPro, was it?
No, it wasn't him. It was someone with a beard. He didn't break it. He just knocked the battery off. We don't want to give them the satisfaction of actually achieving anything. All they achieved actually by doing that was missing their equaliser on that GoPro. So unlucky. Anything else from anyone?
No.
From me.
Everyone's so serious. Smile, guys.
You walking tonight, Jack?
I am working.
You walking?
Yeah, working.
All right, lads. Well, listen, it's been good to see you, Perry. Jack, always
You
good
too,
seeing
mate.
you, man. We see you on Saturday.
No worries.
Yeah, definitely. Thank
If you have
you.
any club welfare issues, give me a shout. I'm giving up on that.
You've given up? You've given up on club welfare?
I am going to give up. This is my formal announcement. I've been getting dogs abuse on the players group.
Dogs abuse. I love that. Yeah, well, thank you, Dave and Jack, for dialing in. And a massive thank you to you, Perry, for driving in.
No
from
problem, no
Islington
problem, anytime.
to be here in the studio. We're in the living room now. It's a bit echoey, apologies for that, but the little one's upstairs asleep and the missus is away, so we had to move into the living room tonight. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for being active in the comments as always. If you're not subbed, remember, we want to get to 1,000 subs ASAP. Helps the club out. Doesn't cost you a penny to subscribe to our channel. So please share this promotion with your friends and family. We're giving away £100 to one lucky winner once we get to 1,000 subs. Plus we're giving away 5 match entries with free burgers and chips as well. What's not to love about that? So please share. Massive thanks to all of our sponsors down the bottom, which obviously make things happen for us as well. Body Technics, actually, shout out to them. Josh Grantham, captain, was meant to be here tonight, but he has an appointment with Chrome
So called.
Body Technics. So called, yeah. Perry, what was that?
So cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been wicked. Thank you, everyone. Stay
Cheers.
cool. Sub, like, share.
See you,
comment.
guys.
Yeah.
Good
Take
to
care,
wave,
see
everyone.
ya.
All the best. See you, lads. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.